welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today we are going to be creating a wall plaque. So I thought this would be quite a fun thing to hang on my craft room door when I get one. So I thought it'd be something a little bit fun. So this measures, so it's 8 inches across by 4. And we're going to use Julia's new collection to decorate it. So the stuff that we get in the collection is we get these gorgeous sentiments. So we're going to be using them today. So I think I'm going to be using Believe the Impossible. I think that's the one that I want to use today. We are going to have a play with the stencils. So there's 5 lots of stencils. So we have our circles. We have some light bulbs. We've got our circles with what I would say is like chemical symbols. We've got a giant cog, and we have this really fun floral element with like what do you call them, screws and stuff on. We also have some stamps, so you already have some bits coloured up, but we have 4 stamp sets. So there's Clara Clog, we've got gorgeous borders, Cogs dies, our little sentiment says you couldn't handle me even if I came with instructions, and then we have Clara Clog herself. We have this one, which is a Wilma Watts, so we have Wilma Watts here. We have a light bulb, our border, and then it says you lighten up my life and shine bright. Next one is electric fields. So we have this, which is very similar to our gorgeous stencil. We've got floral elements, butterfly, a bumblebee, and believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. And then the last one, we've got microchirp. So we've got microchirp here, a couple of floral elements. We've got this background stamp of circles, and then better an oops than a what if. So they are them. We also have some papers as well, and the papers are just absolutely divine. So we have this paper, which is very grungy, and we've got these butterflies with cogs, and we can see that in the background we can see the light bulbs. We have this grungy paper, which I love. It's very subtle, absolutely gorgeous with the floral elements on. We then also have our bumblebee paper, so really bright, absolutely gorgeous with our bees just along here. And then the last paper we've got is this one, which is full of lots of fuzzy cut elements. I've already cut a few out that we can use today, but it is our floral background, so I just absolutely love them. So I do have a bit of this left, which is what I'm going to use. So I'd like to use this one. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some glue. Well, actually, because this is going to be quite a mixed media piece, so I'm just going to use my gel medium for this. So let me grab a paintbrush, just dry that off. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just pop some gel medium all over this, and then when it dries we're going to go around the edge. Once we've stuck the paper on and the paper is dry, we're going to go around the edge with a file. Now you can use a nail file, a wooden nail file, you can use any file you want, all work to take the excess paper off. So just making sure we've got plenty of this on, because we want this to really be stuck well. So just like this. So yeah, and then I'm just going to pop this on. Actually, we haven't got any bees on, so I know that will be okay. So that is adhered down. Now I just have to wait for that to dry. Now what I'm going to do is just cut down here, so just like that. There we are. And then once that is dried, I have a file here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to come along and file it so that all the paper comes off and we get a nice fit. So we'll leave that to dry. The next thing that I will be doing, let me just get rid of that paintbrush a second. So I do need Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. So I'm going to bring in my clear gesso. Now this is a 13 Arts clear gesso, and we're going to add some texture into it because I don't want to lose the background. We are going to be adding some colour into it, but like I say, I really don't want to lose that background. So I think what we're going to do is let's get this all taken off. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll come back, and then we're going to get our stencils out, and we are going to use our stencils and create some texture on the back. So I'll be back in a moment. So I've done that, so it's all nice and neat around the edge, so that is awesome. I do need to pop, I haven't got, actually where is, there it is. So just going to get my pokey tool and put those holes back in, because we don't want to lose them, because that's where I'm going to hang some string to. So just like that. Right, now I'm going to grab my stencils, and I'm thinking I definitely want the light bulb one because that's one of my favourites, but I'm also thinking that I would love to have, part of me wants that bit on actually. I might do that bit there. Oh, I really like that. Right, do you know what? Let's put that bit on there. So let me grab a palette knife, and then let's grab the clear gesso. So this is going to dry clear, and because it's nice and thick, I know that I can get away with using it as a texture paste. But you can use anything that you have. I know that you can make your own texture paste. There is recipes online, so if you just type in homemade texture paste, there'll be a recipe out there that will show you how to make it. I'm not sure how you make the clear one, but I suppose you can do anything. But I think because I really want this colour to sort of stay shown up, that's why I thought I'd use my clear one. Now I don't know if you can see, but I've managed to get it all over. However, we're just going to take that bit up because I don't want that on there. And then just make sure we do down the sides. And then what I'll do is I'll leave this to dry. So that one needs to go straight into my sink to be washed. And then I think I'm going to have this one in this corner. Yeah. So again, I'm just going to use my clear gesso. Now I'm not bothered if any of the colour sort of comes off my stencil. It was very sillily used, my archival ink, so it has stained. But I made my own papers using these stencils, which was really fun. I unfortunately don't have a video on it. I wish I did have a video on it, but I didn't do that one. I might come back on it and do it though, but you'll see that this will have a black tint to it actually, which is quite nice. And then I think I definitely want a light bulb on, so I'm going to see if we can just pop this light bulb in here. So yeah, and then I think that is it for this piece. Oh, we've got rid of that bit, that's fine. So yeah, that's not an issue, so it can just be as if it's broken. There we go. Okay, right, so I'm going to go and wash these off. I will dry this off as well. I don't want to add that back in because it has got some of the black in. I don't know if I'm going to ruin it by putting this back on over the top. Yeah, because I really want that bit. I think I might do, but you know what? We've got a bit left on our there. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Right, okay, so I'll go and wash my stencils and my palette knife, and once this is dry, we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So that is just about dry. Now what I did forget to do was actually coat the whole thing with gesso, so I'm going to do that now. Now I wanted to come back on because if you can't get hold of a nice thick clear clear gesso, you can in fact just use your gel medium. So if you've got a really thick gel medium, so if you've got like a 3D gel medium or a heavy body gel medium, you can use that as your as your stenciling paste, as a clear stenciling paste. I've done that and I realised that when I was washing my stencils off, because I made like a red stencil paste for a book that I've made and for the cover and stuff to put through, and I thought I was using my my clear gesso, and I wasn't. I used my gel medium, so I'm unable to get it off my stencil. So you can in fact, I mean, it doesn't affect the stencil at all. As you can see, all my stencils work perfectly fine. They're just very well loved because I absolutely love them. But I just wanted you to know that you don't have to have this 13 Arts gesso to do this. You can just use a gel medium, and then you can use any clear gesso to go over the top, because you will need to add a gesso so that your like your colours, so whatever colouring sort of bits and pieces you decide you want to use will run nicely and move nicely. So there we have it. So that is my piece all prepped, ready to go. Now, okay, I think I need to go and get some water. I have a spare jar, so let me go and quickly grab the water. Okay, so bringing that back. My chair's still very squeaky, so I think I'm going to have to buy a new one, because yeah, the WD-40 doesn't seem to want to help out in any way. Right, let's wash that. Okay, now, so I am wanting to use some colours on this. I'm just trying to think what it is that I would like to use. So, actually, what about my Winsor & Newtons, and also these as well, my Ganzi Tambai paints. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, but anyway, I love these paints. They've got like a really weird like frosting on them, but I think it might be nice to add them in. But I'm thinking, let's add these in. Right, so where's my water? What have I done with it? I'll have to use the big one. So just activate them. Not sure really what colours I'm going to go for. I am wanting to bring in some of these. So these are going to come in somehow, I think. Yeah, not quite sure yet, but I think on this piece it's going to be more the embellishments that that I use. Right, I do need a paintbrush. I've got this one that came free. So with my, well, it came in my scrawler box. It wasn't free because I paid for the scrawler box, but yeah, so we'll use this one. But I'm thinking, let's start off with maybe an orange. Let's go with orange. I do need to spray this so it's wet and our colour moves. But yeah, and then I'm just going to sort of dab it, and I'm wanting it so that it brings out all of our texture. So let me move all of my pieces out of the way because we don't want them to get ruined. Not after we've spent forever colouring them. So I had my paintbrush in my mouth, so, but I am thinking that maybe I'm wanting some of this orange to start with. And a spray. I will go a little bit darker, I think. I might go into the reds, I really want to sort of highlight some of this gorgeous texture from our stencil. There. Oh, how nice is that? So just a little bit. Right, now I am going to come in and bring this in this red. I feel like I want to add red in, and then it'll just, so I might just start it off in this corner, and then yeah, let it sort of flow. So let the water do its work. Oh, how nice is that looking? So again, I'm going to do the same over here as well, and then let the water just do its work. So I'm just putting plenty of paint on my brush, and then just going up against the sides, and then letting whatever water is on here do its work without dropping, obviously, my paintbrush. So yeah, okay, just a little bit more water just to get that moving, bit more. Oh, I love that. Right, let me dry up here a second. Oh, how nice does that look? And look at all of that gorgeous texture. Now I'm going to just dab off some of this water. Oh, I quite like the texture of that. Yeah, I love that. Right, now I'm going to bring in some of this shimmery. I think I'm going to use the red gold and the yellow gold. So let's use the yellow one first. So let's get that activated, because what I think I'm going to do is, instead of I'm just going to do like splashes of it in, and let the, like I said, just let that water do the work for me. So the water will make this go around, but it'll give that gorgeous shimmer. Oh, love it. I don't know if you can see if it's picking it up on a camera, but once I've done the red gold, I will show you it. So let's activate this one, and I put plenty of water in these as well because I'm wanting it to do splashes with, because like I said, I really want to just splash it on and let the water on this piece do all the work for me, and let it sort of spread itself, and it's just to give that hint of shimmer. Oh, I love. And I think let's dry this. Yeah, loving that. Right, let's pop that to the side a second. Let me bring it up, see if you can see. So I'm not sure if you can sort of see the shimmer of that paint, but we have let the water do its work, so it's nicely spread everywhere. So I'm going to dry this now, just using my heat gun, and then once it's dry we'll come back, and I think I'm going to add some brown distress inks and maybe some black soot as well. So I'll be back in a second. So I'm back. Right, this is what we've got, and it's just looking, I'm wondering if there's any way of like making it so that you can see the shimmer, but it's looking fab. Absolutely loving it. So what I've done is here, I've got my, I don't know why that bit's wet. So this is my mixed media mat. I don't know if you can tell because it's absolutely ruined. I've got my distress inks in ground espresso and in black soot. So I'm just going to start off with the ground espresso, because I really want to darken the edges, especially around these bits here. Oh, yeah, see, straight away that just really appeals to me. And I am going to go all the way along, not so much on these edges but more on the two edges where we've got all of our detail. So again, I'm really going to build up the ink. Now I'm just using a blending brush for this, so it's actually in fact a makeup brush, which I bought very cheaply off eBay. So yeah, I think you get something like 12 for £7, something like that, but it's a bit cheaper than, yeah. Right, I'm just bringing in some of that across, but how gorgeous is that? Now, love, love, love that. However, I want it to be even darker on these edges, so we are going to bring in this black soot. So just on these ones, yeah, just because I really want that to be really dark and grungy, and yeah. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Now I'm just going to use whatever's left on my brush just to go over some of the areas where I've got some of that texture. Yeah, how gorgeous is that? Right, so that's what we've got. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a bit of white gesso. I think I'm going to do a little bit of dry brush. Now I don't know how well this is going to work, and the reason why I'm not sure how this will work is because of the fact that I don't know, yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to sort of pick up all of that gorgeous texture or not. So fingers crossed it does. But it also, it's also mixing up with some of that what do you call it, distress ink as well, which actually I'm quite liking. So it's like adding a highlight in, isn't it? So I'm just going over with my finger just to get rid of those harsh lines. Actually, I really like that. So there we have it. Yeah, I'm not going to add any more because obviously I don't want to ruin it, but yeah, I like that. So okay, next thing I want to do is, so I'm going to bring back these. We are going to do some more splashes, so I'm going to use the yellow gold for the splashes before we start sticking on all of our embellishment pieces. So yeah, just think that it will be lovely. Now I also want to bring in some black splashes, so I do have some black acrylic paint here, and I also have a palette because I bought some, so we can make some enough for some black splatters using a palette instead of trying to find something else. So let's mix that up and make sure it's nicely mixed up. So can't beat black splatters. I love, well, you just can't beat splatters. Splatters, I don't even know what that is. Splatters. I just think it really adds to a project. So there, straight away, look at that, how awesome. Let's do Julia's trick of turning it. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's super, super grungy. Just want more, like quite thick bits. There we go. Oh, I think a lady's wanting to go outside, so I will have to go and let her out. So that's what we've got so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go off camera now and dry, because I'm going to go and let Lady out, and then we'll start putting everything together. So I'll be back in a moment. So I'm back. As I was drying it, I haven't completely did it yet. I really want this to show up more, so I'm going to bring out my finishing touches in copper that I got from Craft Box, because I feel as though it's just sort of all blending into the background, and it's not really what I was looking for. A part of me thinks that maybe I should have done it with some white gesso, but I quite like the fact that we can see through it. But anyway, I think, oh, my brush is too wet, so what I'm going to do is just come in with this and I'm just going to, this brush actually might be a bit too big, I'm going to paint this on some of the elements so that it sort of sticks out. So this is it's in copper and it's finishing touches, but you can use anything that you have, so you don't have to use this. I really am just using what I have. I mean, if you've got a pen, a metallic pen, that would work. Yeah, so metallic acrylic paints, that would work. So yeah, just use what you have. So as you can see, that I don't know if it's coming like being, but it just looks so much better. So I think that's what we're going to do, is go around and add in this sort of, yeah, this copper finishes. So I'm just sort of doing my brush on the side, and it's catching it quite nicely actually, so I'm able to colour in where it is that I'm wanting to colour, and I just think it's going to really add to our piece. And it is going to be a broken design because of the fact that yeah, I didn't get it right with my stencil, but I love that anyway, so I like to have broken designs. I've just noticed that it's not gone right down where I must have knocked it, but that is fine. Right, okay, so again, just using the side of my paintbrush, and it's sort of getting that nice texture, which means that, yeah, it's just looking, oh, I've just got black all over my paintbrush. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that side, and then let's see, I don't mind this mixing up with a bit of black, that's fine, it just makes it more grungy. So we're just going to do the bits that are raised up and get those bits. Yeah, I just think it helps loads to bring out the detail, because these stencils are absolutely gorgeous, and it's a shame really for them to be sort of sat in the background with, and you can't really see them. So yeah, okay, got a little bit there, and then I just want to lightly brush over the, because we didn't do a very good job on the light bulb, but I still love that texture. So yeah, there. Oh, see, now that to me, I'm not sure how well it's coming up in the camera, but that to me looks so much better, and we can actually see that gorgeous detail. I mean, look at that you can see everything now of the from the stencil, so from the stenciling at the beginning. So that's what we've got right now. What I'm going to do is just bring in the elements that I have. So I've got a few bits that are fussy cut. I've got a few bits here that I've coloured in as well, so I think we're definitely going to use them. And the first thing I want to do is I just want to add in some of these light bulbs, because they're just awesome. So maybe just like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Now I'm not adding any girls or anything onto this one. I want to leave it as is. I really like these. But I am thinking that maybe have that, and then we can cut that off and add that, yeah, add onto somewhere else. Or, yeah, no, I like that. And then we have some butterflies, we've got some bees. Actually, I don't know. I do like them, but I am going to go around the edge and get rid of that white, because I think that white's just a little bit too stark. Yeah, that's much better. So I'm just using what's left on my brush to do these, so that we're not going to do it too much. So we're just going to grunge them up a little. Okay, and these two. There's actually, I'm looking at it, I don't think there's a lot I want to sort of add to this because I just love that background so much. I mean, I could stamp some more bits, but I don't think I want to. The only other thing is we could add a lady, but then it's not, I didn't really want to add a lady on. I want to keep the ladies. Right, what about, no, so I really like these ones. I think what I need to do though is actually cut this down because I think that might be what's I'm not liking. So having that just like that, yeah, much better. So let me just make this so it looks okay. Right, and then having that bit maybe there. Yes, much better. And then we've got our butterflies. Again, I'm going to grunge these up because I don't want that starkness of the white. And let's have these sort of going, we had them, I'm just thinking of changing them up. What about like that? And then get our sentiment. I think that hopefully that's the sentiment I want. Yeah, believe the impossible. And then that can just, do you know, I like that. I really like it. However, I do want, I'm thinking, do I want to have 3 butterflies on? Because we all love our butterflies. So let's do that. That's going to go across there. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, I like that. Right, I'm just going to use my art glitter glue for this, but you can use whatever it is that you have. There we go. So I'm going to put plenty on because I really want this to stick. Well, the good thing about this glue is it actually dries really quickly, so I know that I have time I know that once I've stuck it down and it's in place, it will dry very quickly. So yeah, okay, and let's pop this one down up there, making sure we keep that whole because obviously we want to be able to what's the word, be able to put our string in. Right, now again, just using with what's on my brush because I don't want to add any more black soot or anything to this because it will be too dark, but I do want this to look as though it's sort of being, I don't know, in the walls. It's like I want it grungy. Right, so I'm going to bring in a pen because I want to add some lines in. There we go. Okay, and then, oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's going to go there, but I am going to raise this up. So I've got some, I have some squares here which I'm going to use. Oh, that was perfectly timed, like perfectly done. So 4 came off in one go and 4 fit this perfectly, so yes. And then let's stick that just across here, so just like that. Let's move the, and then I am going to add these on. So again, let's just pop a bit of glue on them so we know that they're going to stick. Just like that. So I'm trying to get them a bit spaced out. Oh yeah, I'm going to have that last one on the side of there, just like that. Oh, I love that. Right, and then I'm thinking that I'm going to have that butterfly there. So just there like that. I have this pink one sat there. So just like that. And then this one can just sit sit down there. Right, okay, so let's pop that one there. Oh, I love that. Right, I do have a sparkle pen, so I'm just going to go over the butterflies with the sparkle pen just to give it a bit of sparkle, because why not? Let's stick to them, so make it even more sparkly. And then I'm going to do the same with these flowers as well, because I think they should be nice and sparkly. So again, just going over the top of them. So these flowers that I've used are off the papers, and then everything else, I really want to add glitter everywhere, but I'm not going to. I love that. Right, last thing I'm going to do, if I can find what I've done with it, there it is, so I'm just going to add in some doodle lines. I feel like I want some doodle lines. So just like that. And then just around that corner there. Oh, I love that. Right, last thing. I don't know if I'm going to ruin it yet, but we'll see. I want to bring this in because I'm thinking... I was thinking, should I draw some circle? No, we'll leave it because I think I'll end up ruining it. Right, last thing that I want to do before the dogs are let in, because they are, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're out the garden playing, which is not, well, yeah, I suppose it's better than them playing in the house. Now I've got this gorgeous twine in my collection, so I'm going to use this. And it is black and gold, so it just seems to be absolutely perfect for this collection. So I'm just going to tie on to there on this side. So there's one side, and then I'm going to bring it round to this bit. So let me just chop that, because yeah. And then let's get that in there. Okay, and then let's do the same. So I'm just going to tie that bit on to there like that, and then I think that is it. That is our piece done for today. So just trim that off. Let's trim that bit off because we don't need them, and there we have it. There is our door hanger. How cute is that? Absolutely love it. I hope you've enjoyed it here today. I've loved making this for you. It will be going up on my door once I get a door onto my craft room, because at the minute we don't have one there. But yeah, love, love, love. I hope it's given you some inspiration. Do check out the description box. I need to be quick because I don't know if you can hear the doggies at the door. But yeah, check out the description box. That'll be where you can find this gorgeous collection. Also do check out all of our lovely ladies who have been working with this collection, because they are all fab and super, super talented. Yeah, and that is it for me today. Yeah, until next time, happy crafting. Bye.